go 100% because I'm defending my team, I'm defending my club. The people who's coming here to watch us, people, they take their time to come to the stadium to support us, to watch us. And of course my mother's always sad when we lost games. It doesn't mean that she cry, but this means that when I go 100% and do my best to help my team and help my teammates.
Fantastic. Welcome to a new edition of the CE2 podcast. I am joined by star striker João Klauss de Mello. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So we're just going to get people acclimated to who you are if they don't know already. Your position, centre forward, born in Brazil with German and Italian roots. Your youth career at Internacional, Juventude and Grêmio. You landed in Germany with Hoffenheim, had 4 loan moves in Europe, in Austria, Finland and Belgium, and you moved to St. Louis on March the 3rd last year. Is that all correct?
Perfect.
Fantastic. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast, we're going to ask you a few super serious questions. Big dog or small dog?
I like both, but I go with small. I have one small one.
What's the name of your dog?
Zoe.
Zoe. Pre-match song. Your hype song.
Nico Joaquin is the DJ, so we listen what normally he put in the dressing room. So
Hearing rumors that he likes Afro beats. Is that true?
yeah.
Yeah? Who is your favourite footballer that it cannot be Lionel Messi or Cristiano?
Ronaldo Phenomenal.
Fantastic. A secret skill you have that nobody knows about?
That's a good question. I will think about it.
Yeah? Okay, we're going to come back to that one. What is your hype song, your personal song when you put on the headphones? Like, what gets you excited?
The game days, normally I go with David Guetta or Alok. This is Brazilian DJ. More this kind of music, but normal days I like to listen, for example, Gustavo Lima, Brazilian. So yeah.
Fantastic fan. So if you're creating hype videos of Klauss, remember those bands. He likes them. If you were not a footballer, what would you be?
I never had like plan B, but probably something with sports, or I also like nutrition. I think something about that.
That's it. Funniest player at the club?
Célio Pompeu.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you sit next to him?
Yes. Yeah.
Favorite personal possession that you own?
Oh, that's a good one. In my birthday, I have the same agent like Firmino, Roberto Firmino, and I asked him to buy a shirt from Liverpool and ask Roberto if he could sign. So in my birthday, he gave me the shirt from Roberto with his, he signed the shirt and then he sent me. So this is something that I really care.
That is a good story for many reasons.
Yeah.
Talk about here. A lot of young people listen to these podcasts and they look up to you as a hero. What would be your best bit of advice for young players trying to make it in the game?
I think you always have to believe that you can do what you want. You have to work hard, be patient, even more in soccer, because sometimes you need time. I started to play in professional when I was around 20, if I'm not wrong. And in the academy it was really hard because I was never a star in the academy, or I was never the, like, oh, this guy has a lot of talent, he gonna be in the professional soon, But yeah, I always believed that I could make, and I always work really hard. So be patient and work hard.
Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about where you grew up. St. Louis City fans love to get the origin story. Tell us where you grew up.
I was born in Criciúma, Santa Catarina, south of Brazil. I grew up there with my family and my parents most of the time.
And football is obviously a religion in Brazil. were your whole family into the game, or did you get into?
Yeah, my whole family is into the game, but my father especially, he loves soccer, and I was playing soccer with him since I was like 9 years old. We were almost every day playing together, and he was bringing me to watch games, especially from Grêmio, that was our team in Brazil, and he always did everything possible to make me realize, to make me how to say, realize that my dream,
Realize a dream.
realize my dream, that was play soccer as a professional. So yeah, my father always helped me a lot.
So you have Italian and German descent. Did you watch any Italian or German football growing up? Was that like a big part of your sort of growth
Yeah.
story?
I was watching more Brazil because it was close to me. But yeah, when I started to grow up a little bit more, I was watching also England Premier League, and I love to watch games, so I was watching everything possible.
What's your favorite Premier League team?
I do enjoy watch games. I don't really support anyone, I just appreciate when you have like great game, against two great teams playing against each other. It's always like a pleasure to watch, so I don't have any club.
There is a famous quote from you about not wanting to make your mother cry. Is there any backstory to that? Has anybody ever made your mother cry after watching you play?
Nah, this means like when I go to the field, I always go 100% because I'm defending my team, I'm defending my club. The people who's coming here to watch us, people, they take their time to come to the stadium to support us, to watch us, and of course my mother's always sad when we lost games. It doesn't mean that she cry, but this means that when I go 100% and do my best to help my team and help my teammates.
Fantastic. So you do have like a European passport, the ability to play in Europe. Mm-hmm. Was that always a dream for you to play in Europe, or did the dream start like getting to Grêmio?
Yeah, in Brazil you always have the dream to play in Europe, because you have the best championships there. You have Champions League. You have the best leagues in the world. So this was always a dream for me, but I didn't know that it was going to be so early in my life. I never had the opportunity to play in professional in Brazil. So I was thinking that first I had to make the first step, that was playing professional in Brazil, and then after maybe I had a chance to go to Europe. But the Italian passport helped me. This allowed me to play second team in Hoffenheim, because you cannot play as a Brazilian or not European. You cannot play second team because it's only European players that were allowed to play the league. So definitely this helped me to go to Germany.
And talk to me about Grêmio, because Ronaldinho played there, Renato Gaucho, Emerson. Like, how competitive is it going through the youth ranks in Brazil? And how did you get picked up? How did you get scouted?
Grêmio is one of the biggest club in Brazil. Renato Gaúcho is their coach right now in the moment. So yeah, it's always tough, you have a lot of kids in Brazil. Their dream is to play professional and also to play in big clubs, for example, like Grêmio. And so it's very competitive. It's not easy to get there. And yeah, as a support from Grêmio, this dream comes true, for me, for my father. And yeah, it was really nice to have the opportunity to be there for 4.5 years.
Did you used to go to watch the games live
Yeah,
So your father must have been like,
yeah. Even when I was playing in international in the academy, it's a big derby, and sometimes I was going to watch their games. I was going with my father. Hey, let's go to watch Grêmio. So we were going together, and we were. Oh, I hope nobody see us here, but because it's a big derby in Brazil, and then when you are in one side, you have to take care to what you said in the dressing room or what you gonna say for your teammates, and yeah, it was like tough moments for me because I would love to go every single game because I was living close to Grêmio. But yeah, it's a cool story.
in the dressing room.
Yeah, yeah, but I knew that there are other players that was also supporting Grêmio. So sometimes we were going together to watch the games. So it was really cool.
That's brilliant. So you get the call for Europe. Like, how does that happen? Who reached out to you? I know that Lutz was Hoffenheim as well. Like,
Yeah.
how your relationship with him started?
Yeah, it was there that our relationship started. So I had an agent in Brazil, and he had contacts with a German agent that knew Lutz as well. So yeah, they made the contacts first.
Was it an immediate yes? Did you have to think about it? Like, had you ever been to Europe before you got the call?
No, was the first time. So, but the moment that they asked me, I said yes immediately. But I had to finish my Italian passport to have the chance to go. So I remember it was New Year. So me and my father, we were trying to finish the process to have the passport, and we had the contract from Hoffenheim ready, and this helped us a lot to get the Italian passport because when you have a job in Europe, so normally they should give you the passport because my family had the passport.
Yeah.
And I had to do. And they say, yeah, they always try to make really hard. But the moment I got the contract, so they were like obligated to give me. Yeah. So I brought the contract and then I gave the woman. And then when she saw the contract, she gave me back. She said, I don't need this. I said, yeah, but you called me to come here and give you the contract. I had to prove you, and now you give me back. And then she was like, okay, give me. I will check it. And then, yeah, after that, I remember it was New Year. Me and my father, we were traveling like for 6-7 hours because I had to do in Curitiba the passport. So we travel in New Year to finish the process. And I had like maybe 10 days to finish this. Otherwise, I would lost the contract because they said, okay, where is the passport? You need the passport to come. If you don't have the passport, we're gonna finish it. So yeah, it was with me and my father. We were really nervous, but in the end, worked out.
So you land in Germany. It's a very different style of football. What were your first impressions of playing in a different country? Like, I'm guessing a completely different temperature, climate.
Yeah, for me, I arrived in January. So I remember the first days I was in summer in Brazil, and the summer in Brazil is like 35, 40 degrees. And I went to Germany and it was like -5, -10 the first days. I didn't even have clothes, to wear in this. So I remember the first days was really tough for me, also because of the language. So yeah.
How long did it take you to pick up the language?
The beginning, I think like 3-4 months to start to understand a little bit.
Yeah. Oh wow, that must have been difficult.
Yeah, I was basically following the players and doing the same things that they were doing.
Nice. So you took a few loan moves in Europe. What did that teach you about the game? Because you played in lots of different countries, right?
Yeah, I think the first one was when my relationship with Lutz really start to grow, because he helped me to go to Finland. Nobody knows that. That's I'm telling you right now. So he helped me a lot. Because I had the opportunity to go to Norway, and I didn't want to go. And some guys were pushing me to go there. And Lutz was doing the contracts and everything. And then Lutz calls me and he asked me, Klaus, they called me and they told me to finish the contract. But I heard that you don't want to go. So tell me right now. I said, yeah, Lutz, they are pushing me to go, but I don't want to go. So he said, no, if you don't want to go, I will not do that. So, and then he helped me to go to Finland when it was my first year in professional. And then we won the league. I won as a best player, best scorer in the league. And it was, a very important year for me to start. And it was Lutz that helped me in this point. So there start our relationship.
And I think you had 2 more loan moves after that. What was what did you learn out of that? You've had confidence. You won a trophy in your first loan move. Like, what did you learn about yourself in that other 2 loan moves?
So, of course, I was in Finland. It's not like the best league in the world. I think it was a first step and was important. But of course, I want to reach like bigger level, better level. And so I made the second loan to Austria for 1.5 years. And we finished second in the league. And the second year in Austria, we played Europa League. We played playoff to Champions League as well. It was a great experience in my career.
Did you go out to the Champions League music?
Yeah, that was incredible. You cannot describe in words the feeling. When they start the music, it was just crazy. And it was only playoff. It was not even group stage. But in Champions League, you are just allowed to put the music in the playoffs and then in the group stage. So we had one game before that we won, and then we went to playoffs, and then it was magic. And to have the opportunity to play European games for the first time was really good for me. And then we start to see what's the level of great clubs, because we had Sporting Lisbon in our group, we had Eindhoven in our group, and then we had Man U in the 8 finals. So it was incredible experience for me.
You eventually decide to make a move out of Europe. Lutz is at the core of this decision making again. Mm-hmm. Talk me through the process and like what convinced you to take a chance at a club that barely existed. The stadium wasn't fully built by the time that you took the move. Talk me through that.
Yeah, after the first call of Lutz, he asked me, "You want to come?" I said yes. Yeah. I didn't know anything about the club yet, but I just say yeah. If you're calling me, I go. And then we start the process. Lutz had to find a solution with Hoffenheim as well. And then I received the call from Lutz and Bradley, where they show me the project. They show me the stadium, the facilities, everything around. They show me the city. And I was convincing to come. And I was really happy to experience something new, because, I was long time going alone in Europe, And when I was in Hoffenheim to play Bundesliga, I didn't have a lot of chances to show. So I was like, okay, I want to try something new right now. And MLS, it's growing a lot. A lot of players were coming here, had friends here, playing here. So they always say that it was really nice to play here. I was really excited.
And you came here, you played some games for CE2. Some of the other players that have come over from Europe said the CE2 experience helped them adapt to America. Do you think that your incredible form so far this season is partly influenced by having a bit of a runway into the first season?
Of course, it was very important for us to be here early. Also to get to know each other better, to find apartment, to know some restaurants, to know some place to go, because imagine if you arrive in January, you have to do everything. You have to find apartment, and then you have to buy furniture, and then you have to, go around during of preseason when you need a lot of rest after trainings. So it was very important for us to arrive in July, and definitely this helped us to start in this way.
So you've been here 9 months now. You probably get recognized in the streets these days a lot more.
Yeah.
What is your impression of St. Louis as a city, and how has it been to be adopted by St. Louis as a real fan favorite?
Yeah, St. Louis for me, I really enjoy the city because it's similar where I was born. It's not so big, it's not so small. You have a lot of option. People here, they respect you. They come to you to talk, but with a lot of respect. And when they talk to you, you can see in their eyes that they really like you, and they are happy to see you. And so for me, that's really important and impressive. And this gives me a lot of confidence. And I always tell my wife when people come to talk and to ask for a picture or something, this is so nice. So nice to talk to the people, to get to know people, and you go to a restaurant and they come to talk to you. It's very nice. I'm enjoying a lot, and of course our supporters, they are incredible.
What do you like to do in your spare time in St. Louis?
Not a lot. I really enjoy to staying home, but yeah, I enjoy sometimes to go dinner with my wife. We don't like to go out all the time, but when we want to do something different, yeah, we normally go dinner.
So you're a DP for the club. You play centre forward. How did you feel like there was a pressure that came with that tag? And do you feel that you're adapting? Do you feel that you've adapted well to it, or do you not think about it?
I don't really think about it. I didn't even know what is DP before I came here in MLS. So when Lutz told me, "Hey, you are DP," I say, "Yeah, but what this means?" So I don't feel the pressure. I think everyone have their own responsibility. Maybe the media will put a little bit pressure on me, and they do, because we are the DPs here. But that doesn't make us different than anyone. We are human beings, and we're gonna have good games, we're gonna have bad games, and this is how it works.
So you've been a lot of fun to watch this season. The fans shout your name from the sidelines. Everybody kind of knows what they see in you. That you're hardworking, tough, aggressive, great finisher. Could you explain how you see your role within the team? What is your job? In your words.
Of course, everyone expects goals from me, and I know that I have to keep scoring goals. But yeah, I think much more than that. The way we play. So I'm the first player to decide when the team is going, when the team is not going. So this is also my responsibility. Sometimes the people, they will not see that, but every pressure starts from me. And if I don't want to go, nobody's going. So I have also a lot of responsibility, defensive responsibilities, because I'm the first one to make the first sprint. And then after my first sprint, the team is following me. And if I don't sprint, the team is waiting with me. So it's much more than just score goals, but the way we play, we have to be really concentrated in the game, and we have to make right decisions.
You've had an amazing start to your MLS career. Every interaction I've had with you, you're a very confident guy. But did you expect the start to be so blistering?
You always expect the best, but you know, as like an expansion team, everyone was telling, "Oh, these guys is going to finish last in the league," and I really want to prove the opposite. But in the other way, you think, oh, if they are right. So we had this doubt. Of course, I was sure that we will not finish last place, but also to win the first 5 games. I was also not expecting that. I was confident about the team. I was confident that we can play against everyone in good level, and I think the team, everyone wants to prove that we can do something good during the season. Maybe we can do playoffs as well in the first year, but huge thing, and prove that the people were wrong.
When I saw you before the Austin game, there were a lot of stories doing the rounds that speak to that. Everyone was saying that we were going to finish last. And I said, how do you feel about the game? And you said, Pete, what if we win? And then you went out and won. Do you think that the momentum built off of that Austin game really helped drive the team forward? Did that give everybody a lot of belief?
For sure. I think this was the most important moment in the season for the team. I'm talking about the team, not talking about special moments, but talking about confidence for the team, because Austin was second last year and you beat them in the first game. This gave a lot of confidence for the team. And then the players start to believe that the way we were going to play also works in the league. And also, when you win a first game, this gave a lot of confidence for us. And then the second game, we had the home opener. And then you have first game in front of the supporters. So you had the amazing first game and then the second game here. So you don't even need motivation from outside, just to see the stadium full. And everyone was waiting for this moment for how long, Pete? Maybe
it was like forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
So these 2 first games was really important for our beginning, for sure.
Before I talk about the home opener, you mentioned that you had a feeling that this team was going to be good this season. Fans watching this team in the stadium, a lot of them come up to me and say that it feels like there's something special with this group of players. Do you see some of that day to day? What's different about this side than maybe some of the teams that you played with in the past?
I think this is, how can I say that? This team, these players, we really enjoy to be together. This is something that you don't have in every team, Sometimes players, they come, they train, they go home, and they don't really enjoy the process. And this team, we are here almost every day. And when the training finish, the guys are playing ping pong together. They are going to the gym together. They are playing on the field something, And so everyone just love to come here and work hard, and be together. And so when you are on the field and you see your teammate that you really enjoy to play with him, to be with him, and something happens to him, you want to just help him. And so everyone is giving 100%, 110% every single day, every single training, every single ball in the games, I think this is what makes our team special.
You've got some good partnerships on the pitch. I mean, it's been really exciting to watch Edu picking you out, and Nico as well. How important are these partnerships, and does having good relationships off field with these players help you on the pitch, or is it just
100%? When you enjoy to be with the guy, and then you come and you play together, this is help us because we want to be here. We want to play together. It's not just a job for us, or it's one more game. Every game is special. Every game is important, and we do really enjoy this moment.
So we go into the home opener. No one knows what you're going to get in a new stadium. You'd experience some CE2 games. People say St. Louis fans show up. For the first game, you walk out and you hear the noise and it goes on throughout the whole game. Like, how important is that relationship that you have with the fans and the noise that they bring every game?
Now, for us, this is very important because sometimes during of the games, you feel a little bit tired or you feel, that's a little bit tough. And then you just hear the noise in the stadium and everyone pushing you and supporting you and, hoping that you score a goal or you win the game. And then this gives you a little bit more energy, during of tough moments in the game. And definitely our supporters are making a lot of difference in our games here. And I'm telling you, it will be tough for everyone who comes here to play against us because we play with 12 players every single game.
That's great to hear. What's been the biggest surprise to you about the league in general? Does anything stand out to you that feels different to what you've had in either Brazil or, in some of the European countries you played in?
Yeah, it's a very competitive league. And also, you never know what's going to happen in the games. Maybe you can beat the best team in the league and maybe lost against the team that's low in the table. So you never know. So it's nice because the league is competitive. You never know who is going to win. So you always have to work hard and be prepared to play against everyone in the same level, because if you play against one team in this level and another team in this level, maybe you're gonna lose games or you're gonna win games, so you have to be always in top performance to win games, because there is not a lot of difference of qualities. Our team or LA or Austin or everyone is really good, but there is no one that is like, oh, I cannot beat this team, or I never lost against this one, because everyone is really good and the quality is very good.
What's been your favorite personal moment and your favorite, for you? What's been your favorite team moment? So 2 moments that really stood out to you personally and as a team this year.
Yeah, my moment was my goal against Austin. Also, my first goal here was very special, but I think this moment was really incredible. The feeling that I felt after this goal was just incredible. And the moment from the team, I think also after this win in Austin, how everyone was happy in the dressing room, how we enjoyed this flight. I think this was incredible. Everyone was so happy and so proud and okay, we got it.
That finish was not easy. You don't have not enough credit for that. Was a difficult finish.
Yeah, but I tell you, when I start this sprint, I start to feel cramps in my calves. So in my head, I was thinking, I think I will not be able to finish that, And then when I cut back and I see the space, and after the shot, I see the ball was going perfect. But from my view, the ball was going close to the post. And I was, no, please. And then just when go inside, my feeling was incredible.
You've scored some pretty amazing goals. I think I said to you last year, I'd been researching you. I've seen bicycle kicks in big games. Where does that particular goal, where does that sit in your top 5? How?
Well, definitely was one of the most special goals in my career, for sure.
World class. It was a beautiful finish. Okay, so we're closing out the show now. I just wanted to ask you 2 more questions before we go. You don't have to reveal personal targets, but do you have personal targets for the season? And is that goals? Is that team contributions? How do you motivate yourself?
Yeah, I do have my own goals for the season, for the team as well. I have some goals, but yeah, this is something that yeah, it's a secret.
Can you tell, are you on track? Do you feel like you're on a good path so far?
I think so, right?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah.
It's 5 goals and 4 assists, if I'm not wrong, in 9 games. So it's 1 participation a game. So yeah, it's a good start. I hope to keep in this way.
Fantastic. And do you have like a message for the fans before we go?
Yeah, first we have to say thank you for them, for everything they have done so far. And we can just promise them that every time that they show up here in the stadium to support us, to have a good moment, we will try to give 100% on the pitch for them as well.
Fantastic. Okay, well that ends our show. Thank you so much for coming on and being so open with the fans. They're going to absolutely love it. And if you are listening to this podcast, make sure you get onto iTunes or Spotify, give us a 5-star review, and maybe Klauss will come back for another episode. Thank you. Good luck, and we'll see you soon.